and 1, and show. Good, good, good. We're looking good. Excellent. How many flags? 4. Good, erase that. Now show for me a 8th note. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8th note and show. The 8th note has the filled in note head and how many flags? 1. Erase it. Now, 32nd note. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. 32nd. That's looking lots better. Good, erase it. What's that? 3 flags. How about a quarter note? And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and the quarter note show. So if you're still drawing, that's too long, Dejan. Gotta go faster, man. Very good. That one's 100%. Filled in note head, 1 stem, that's it. How about a 16th note? We haven't done that yet. 16th note. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, show. Great. Erase it. Now, those are all our notes, and overall, everyone did very good. There was just a couple little errors, and I think it was just kind of like, oops, I forgot errors. Nothing like, I have no clue what you want there. Okay, that's really solid, guys. Is there anyone, and please be honest, there's nothing wrong with saying, help me out with this a little bit more. Is there anyone who's just like, can we keep doing this a little bit so I can get a little bit better at drawing the notes? Does anyone want to do this a little bit more? There's nothing wrong with saying, yeah, I need to do this. Let's do it a little bit more. How about a 8th note? Draw an 8th note again. I know we just did it, but draw another one again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, does the note head need to be filled in? Yes. There's only 2 notes that don't have filled in note heads. Can you draw those 2 notes for me? There are 2 notes that don't have the note head filled in. Can you draw those 2 notes for me right now? That is correct. The half note and what's the other one? The whole note. Those are the 2 that don't fill in. How about a 32nd note? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 32nd notes. All right. How many flags, gang? 3. Good. Erase that one. How about a quarter note? Let's do that quarter note again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the quarter note. Good. Erase that guy. How about the 64th note? 64th note. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Great. Erase that. Are we feeling better about it? Because the person that asked for it is nailing them now to the wall. Does anyone want to keep going with notes? Great. Let's do the numbers. I draw, you put the number. Here we go. And number in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's the number? 1. Very good. Erase. Let's do that one. Sorry, it's a bad looking stem there. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The number is
32.
32. 32nd note. Great. Even if I bad drawing, you got it down. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what's the number? 2. Dose. Next number. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is 4. Looking around, most of you are getting that too. How about this number? What is this number? You know, I just realized they're up here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is 64. All right. Now, this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. What is this one? 16. 2 flags, not the 1. 2 flags. Last one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. What's the number? 8. Now, is it important to know the numbers? Yes. All right. Now, don't make our smart into stupid. Here's what I mean when I say this. Don't let those dry erase boards become a distractor. It's smart because I can look and see instantly. You know it. You know it. You know. Oh, we need to keep working on it. That's why we do the smart boards. Don't make it into stupid by making, oh, I'm going to draw a little picture right here, and I'm not going to pay attention to Mr. King at all. Don't take our smart and make it stupid. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Don't make our smart stupid. There's enough stupid out there. You've seen it in the hallway, right? It's out there. It exists. It's scary. Don't bring it in here. Okay, now then. Let's do this. You're looking up here. What are these called? Beats. What is a beat?
1 foot tap.
1 foot tap. Very good. What are the numbers in the beats called? Raise your hand if you know for sure. Lucas. Subdivisions. Lucas is correct. They are subdivisions. Can someone tell me the definition of a subdivision? Okay, Rajan.
How many numbers are
No, not how many numbers are in a beat. There's an actual word-for-word definition that will be on your test. You want to know this. Yes, sir. Nope, there's a word-for-word definition. It's in your notes. Yes, sir. 1 beat divided into blank equal parts. Do y'all remember that? 1 beat divided into blank, and the blank is what you fill in with the number. So this is a subdivision of 1. 1 beat divided into 1 equal part. The foot looks like a 1 down, complete down, up, and it's counted 1. This is a subdivision of 2. I'll put this one down here. It is 1 beat divided into 2 equal parts. What's the foot look like? Down, 1 up. It's counted 1 take. This is a subdivision of 4. 1 beat divided into 4 equal parts. I'm looking for eyes. There you go. Focus up here. I know you did this already before, but focus. 1 beat divided into 4 equal parts. What's the foot look like?
2 down,
2 down, 2 up, and it's counted 1 top, tay, top. Okay, posture check, ready, go. Feet wide, back straight, high, hop, hop. Let's count it. Ready? Down, up, count it and go. 1, tay, 1 ta, tay, ta, 1. And the foot ends up, sizzle it, down, up, sizzle it, ready, and go. Very nicely done. Now, what is this called? Raise your hand if you know what this is called. Charlotte, do you know what that's called? A what? Oh. You can't think of it? Nevaeh, do you remember what this is called? Because y'all two are looking kind of like Heidi today. Like, don't look at me. That's why I call Lindy. What about Christian? Do you know what this is called? That's what it tells you for the bottom number, but it has a specific true name. Johnny, what about you? What do you think this is called?
Time signature?
Time signature. Was that what you were thinking about, Charlotte? Time signature is made up of 2 numbers. Are we worried about the top number right now?
No.
No, we're not worried about the top number. Now, on your board, have your board out. Tell me the first thing the time bottom number is supposed to tell you. What's the first thing it's supposed to tell you? Write it on the board. Don't raise your hand. Write it on your board. Once you have it written down, hold it up. I want to see if you know what it is. You got it. Covers you up. You got it. You got it. Cover it up so no one else sees it. That's it. Cover it up. That's it. Cover it up. That's it. Cover it up. I got it. Cover. 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 That's it. Short version. Yes. Good. 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 Cover it up. Cover it up. You got it. Don't let the neighbor see because they might have. Yep. Yep. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's it. Who has not shown it? That's it. Is there anyone who has not shown what it's supposed to be? Please be honest, because I want to know if you're just in the dark. What is it, everybody? Name of the game. Now on your board, write down what number 2 is. Okay, don't say it out loud. Good, good. Cover it up, cover it up. You got it. What's number 2? Yep, he's got it. Yep, that's it. Erase it, you got it. Yes, yep, yep, yep. Good, good, good. Yep, that'll work. That's close enough. You got the idea. You got part of it. You got part of it. You got part of it too. What is it, guys?
The main note.
Main note. Some of you put main number. Main note. What is it acting like? The ace. Some of you had that, some of you didn't. That's fine. So it's the ace. The third thing. Write down that third one for me now. Show me that guy. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. You got part of it, not all of it. That's it. You've got part of it, not all of it. You've got to have the whole thing. That will work. I can understand that. That's only half of it. Nope, that's not it. That's it. That's it. You got half of it. That's it. She's got it. Charlotte's got it. That's correct. Okay, bye, 7th and 8th graders. We'll see you tomorrow. So, most of you are getting this half of it. The main note, you've got that half of it. Problem is that's the same thing number 2 tells us. That's it. You've got to have this half. The main note equals what? The subdivision of 1. So what's the main note equal?
Subdivision of 1.
Right. Subdivision of 1. That's what y'all kind of sound like right now. Yeah, I know. Main note equals what?
Subdivision 1.
Tell me like you mean it. What's it equal?
Subdivision 1.
There you go. Now you mean it. Okay, some of you are kind of like subdivision 1. Like a question mark. All right. It equals to subdivision 1. These rules are important, right? It's a very important thing. So, the bottom number, where will it come from? Can I just pick any number, like 3.14? No. Where does it come from? Brock? The note chart. What are the numbers in the note chart? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. That's where they come from. It can't be anything else. It will never be anything else but one of those numbers. So, Charlotte, why don't you pick the game? 32. So she's named the game. In the game of 32, Charlotte, what's our main note? So remember, the number matches up with that note, what we did in the first part of class. So what note would you draw with the 32? Three flags, and it's called a what, guys? A 30-second note, but you described it exactly. Filled in circle, 3 flags. It replaces what subdivision, Charlotte? Does it replace the 1, the 2, or the 4s? It replaces the 4s. It replaces the 1s. So what goes here? A 30-second note. Exactly right. And you need 1 only. Let's count this rhythm. So it looks more like music now. Ready? Down, up, ready, and count. 1, 1, 2, 1, ta, 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 1. Let's change the game. How about Christian? Why don't you pick a game?
8.
He wants to do a game of 8. So the name of the game is 8. Christian, what's the main note in the game of 8? The 8th note. What does it look like? With 1 flag. It replaces what subdivision again? 1. So this is now an 8th note. This is now an 8th note. Does the rhythm change, guys? No. Christian knocked that out of the park real fast. Let's pick another game. How about, remind me your name.
Jacob.
Jacob. Why don't you pick a game, Jacob?
16.
Wants to do a game in 16. So the name of the game is 16. What's your main note in the game of 16?
A filled-in note head with 2 flags.
And what note is that called?
The 16th note.
It replaces what subdivisions?
1.
1s. It's not hard at all, is it, guys? But you got to know the numbers and you got to know the notes. That's why we keep reviewing that. If you don't know the numbers and the notes, you're out of luck. Okay? So let's replace it again. New game. Go ahead, Adriel. One we haven't picked. 4. Game of 4. In the game of 4, what's your main note? Or, don't think of like a fourth, like a fraction, but money. A quarter note, yeah, you're right. What does it look like? Right? With a stem. It replaces what subdivision again? The ones. Now it's a quarter. That's a quarter. Does it sound any different? Just looks different, right? Destiny, why don't you pick a game? One we haven't played yet.
64.
64. So, name of the game is 64. What's the main note in 64? Four flags. What's that called? And it replaces what subdivision?
1.
The ones. We got 2 more games to go. So let's see. Go ahead, Isaiah.
1.
Game of 1. Name of the game's 1. What's the main note in the game of 1?
Whole note.
Open note head. That's it. Replaces what subdivisions?
1.
1. That's one that doesn't work with the stem there. There it is. And the last game. What's our last game? Let's see. Yes, sir. Keegan.
2.
2. What's the name of the game? 2. What's the main note? The stem. Do you know what that's called? A half note. It replaces what subdivision? Ones. Does everyone get it? You kind of understand how that works, right? No one's sitting there being like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Everyone understands what that bottom number does and how we get to this point.
Yes.
Let's talk about these two guys again now. So let's stick with the game of 2. In the game of 2, do we care about the 1 anymore?
No.
Not at the moment, no. The 1 we don't care about. We might use them in the future, but today we don't care about 1 anymore. So what's the most important note now?
2.
The 2, the half note. That's your ace, right? That's number 1. The next one down is the king, yes?
Yes.
And it's going to replace the subdivision of 2. So what's the king note? A quarter note. Now, when we replace the subdivision of 2 with a quarter note, how many do we need? 2, because it's a subdivision of 2. It makes 2 sounds, a 1, 2. We need 2 notes. It makes sense, right?
Yes, sir.
So, this is 2 quarter notes. Now, let's change the game. So that's a 2, that's a 1, 1. So, pick a new game, Najan. 16. All right, he wants to play a game of 16. In the game of 16, the main note is a 16th note. It replaces the ones. So, when we're playing a game of 16, guys, does the 1, 2, 4, 8 matter anymore? No, it's out of the game. Okay? So the 16th's the ace, Najan. What's the next one? And it replaces what subdivision? And how many do you need? 2. You like saying 2 a lot? 2. No, okay. Because that's all those answers, like 2, 2, 2. 2 what? 32nd notes. Make sense, guys? Is everyone feeling good? Let's do one more. Nevaeh, why don't you pick one more game for us? We're going to do it one more time. You're going to do the game of 8. Okay? So in the game of 8, what's the main note? 8th note. It replaces what subdivisions? The ones. We're on a roll here. Now, 1, 2, 4, do they exist right now? No, we're not worried about 1, 2, 4. So what's the next most important note? And it replaces what subdivision? And how many? 2. Now, let's talk about the 4s. That's going to be if in the game of 8 right now, this is the ace, this is the king, what's the queen? 32. It's the next important note. It replaces what subdivision now? 4, and how many? 4 times. So we'll do it 4 times. So let's erase it, start a new game. Colton, why don't you pick the name of the game? 2. Okay. So, game of 2. Main note is the half note. It replaces the ones. Does the 1 exist right now? No, it doesn't exist. So what's the next most important? quarter notes, it replaces the,
2,
and then how many?
2,
2 quarters. Now, what's the next most important?
8,
And it replaces the,
4,
and it's what notes?
8,
And how many do you need?
4.
4.
So you're just going down.
You're just going down. It's easy, isn't it? But you got to know your note chart, don't you?
Yes.
You got to know the note chart, otherwise it's not easy at all. It's like, I don't know what number I want. So, Johnny, let's let you pick a game.
How about 4?
Sorry, this is a 2. Doesn't really matter. So game of 4, Johnny. All right, so in the game of 4, what's the main note?
The 8, the 4th note?
Or the money.
The
So if you take $1 and divide it into 4 coins, you're going to get
the quarter note.
quarter note. Right. It replaces what subdivision?
The 1.
The ones. What's the next most important note?
The 8.
And it replaces what subdivision?
2.
2s. How many do you need?
2.
2 8 notes. 1 flag each. And then,
16.
and it replaces what subdivision?
The 4.
And how many do you need?
4.
How many flags?
2.
2. Does everyone make sense? Does it make sense? I'd have you count it, but has it ever sounded different from what we originally counted? No, let's count it one more time. No, feet flat back straight, honey on the hump, hump. Here we go, ready? And down, up, count it. Here you go. 1, 1, 2, 1, ta, 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 1. But it looks more like real music, doesn't it? Let's get rid of this guy. Make it even look more like real music. Count it again. Down, up, ready, and count. 1, 1, 2, 1, ta, 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 1. Let's play the game one more time. Who has not picked anything today? I mean, like you've just been sitting there cold, silent the whole time. Brock, let's let you pick some stuff here, man. So pick your game. 16. So in a game of 16, Brock, what's our main note? It replaces what subdivision? The ones. What's the next most important note? It replaces what subdivision? 2s, and you need 2 30-second notes. How many flags? What? 3. Good. And the last subdivision? And it replaces the 4s. How many notes do you need? 4. Yeah, you need 4. Let's count this rhythm, guys. Ready? And down, up, ready, and count. 1, 1, 2, 1, ta, 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 1. Try it again, go.
1, 1, 2, 1, ta, 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 1.
I'm hearing a ta on this one. Is this a 1 ta, 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 or 1 te?
1, 2.
1 te, because it has how many notes?
2.
2. Try to count it again. Down, up again, and count it, and go. 1, 1, 2, 1, ta, 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 1. All right. Now, we're going to do something new here. This is going to be on your test too, so we want to do it and make sure you understand it. It's math, but it's note math, so it's not hard at all. If I had 1 quarter note, and I added it, combined it with another quarter note, what note would it make? Remember we kind of worked on this a little bit yesterday. Nevaeh? Nope, you went the wrong direction. Remember, the biggest note we've got is a whole note. So it can't go smaller. That's smaller than a quarter note. So it can't go smaller. You just went the wrong direction. Charlotte?
2.
Or that's the right number, a half note, right. So a half note equals that one. Let's think of it like this, Nevaeh. So this kind of helps you out with your math a little bit, because you're probably sitting there thinking, well, a quarter was worth a 4, and that's worth a 4. Why wasn't it an 8? That might be how you came up with that answer. Think of it like not this, guys. Look up here so you're paying attention there. Can't think of your name. I know it's Callie's last name. What's your first name? Brenda, thank you. So instead of thinking 4, think of it as a fraction. What's 1/4 plus 1/4? 2 fourths. But can we reduce it to 1/2? There's your half note. See how that kind of fits better? Yeah, so I can understand probably why you thought 8, because you're like, oh, that's a quarter note, it's worth 4, that's worth 4. But you got to remember, when you're thinking like that, think like fractions. If you're going to use that thought process, use fractions. Does that make sense, guys? All right, let's try again. Let's see if I can trip you up. Why don't you try a 16th plus a 16th? Raise your hand if you got that one. Lucas. It's an eighth note. So again, if you're going to use the fractions, 1/16 plus 1/16 equals 2/16 equals 1/8. An eighth note. Does that make sense? Question? The test will actually have the note math and you fill in the blank. It's going to be on a piece of paper, your own piece of paper. Okay? Now, let's see if I could be really sneaky here. Wait a second here before you start yelling out things. You think you might have the answer. So, think about that for a second. Okay. Remind me of your name.
Adrian.
Adrian, what do you think, man?
I think it's 4 notes.
You think it's, well, there are 4 notes there. I agree with that one.
Oh, no.
So let's figure this out. What if you just did an eighth note plus an eighth note? What would you do?
I'll get
A what?
I'll get a 4.
You get a quarter note, yeah. So if you did it again, there's a quarter note, right? Now what do you get when you add a quarter plus a quarter? You get the what? You add it again. So what are you going to add them to?
Add them together.
And it makes
It makes a half note.
a half note. That's your answer. See how that works?
Well, that question be on the test.
That will probably be on the test too. Now, does that make sense how we got it? We figured it out slowly. Now let's be even sneakier. Notice I have not used the word hard, which is a bad word.
Yes, you said it.
I know I said it, but that's okay. So use your head. Think about it a little bit there. Christian, what do you think? What do you think the answer is?
Well, if you add the 16th notes, you get 8 note,
Right.
and then you drop down the 8 note plus 8 note equals 1 note.
Exactly right. Did you see how he did it? Is that really that hard? Note math is actually very easy. Now, I did this yesterday for you guys. It took me 10 minutes, but I drew it.
Oh, snap.
This is a complete note chart.
Are you sure yours is only on 65?
I did 64 64th notes, yes.
You must
So-
be sure yours on 65.
I didn't miss that.
This is the biggest note, right?
Yes.
Can't get any bigger, but you can divide that to 2 half notes. So there's 2 half notes in 1 whole note, yes?
Yes.
Sir.
You can divide these into quarter notes, but in reality, how many quarter notes can fit into a whole note? 4. If you were divided up eighth notes, how many eighth notes can still fit in that whole note? 8. How many 16th notes can fit in there? 16. How many 32nd notes? 32. And you can divide that eighth note into how many 64s?
64.
And there are 64 there. Yes, sir.
Kind of looks like the fraction chart that they give you.
Exactly. It fits exactly the same way too. Okay. Think of this as one whole. There are the halves, quarters, eighths, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32, 1/64. It fits exactly the same way. It's just it's visual instead of being numbers.
Whoa.
You just actually see it. Does that make sense, guys?
Is this based off the fraction?
What?
Is it based off the
It actually is. Yes. It is based off the fraction chart. Yes, sir.
How long did it take you to draw all 64?
About 10 minutes, right? About 10 minutes. I have this 10 minutes.
64, but the rest.
Okay. Now, you guys are ready for the next step. Okay? I feel very confident you guys can do this next step. Now, let's suppose this. Okay? We are talking about our numbers here. Let's just do 2 beats here for a second. And we're talking about the time signature, right? I said, don't worry about the top number. We'll get back to it. For now, I don't want you to worry about the bottom number because you know about the bottom number. Bottom number, you're concerned. Let's talk about the top number. Now, if you want to get your notes out, you can write this in. We're going to talk about the top number. Okay? So, while you're getting your notes out, let me kind of explain something to you. In music, it can get kind of long sometimes. And I've played pieces that are 30 minutes long.
Oh, God.
So, how many beats do you suppose that 30-minute piece had all together, if you can imagine? What do you think, Rajan? Higher than that.
500?
Higher than that. 30 minutes long. Yes, sir.
Um,
Even more than that, probably.
60,000.
Even more.
80?
Higher than that still.
1 million?
It could be close to the millions. It probably could in reality. Now, here's the thing. All right? If you were to try and rehearse that piece using the beats like you were to count right now, think about it. We're trying to rehearse all those beats. It'd be very hard to find where we're supposed to go, wouldn't it? I couldn't say, hey guys, start at 500,647 beats. You're going to be like,
This will take me about 10 days.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to work. So we had to come up with a different system. Now, the top number in your time signature is going to tell you how many beats. ... We're not finished defining it yet. For right now, just know it's going to tell us how many beats. Okay? So, for right now, how many beats do I have?
2.
2. So the top number for right now is what?
2.
2. It just tells you how many beats right now. 2. Now, here's what's going to change. Because we know that there's 2 beats, we'll count the first beat still, since it's the first beat, as a 1. Because it's the first beat, it's a 1. What do you think we're going to count for the second beat? Not a 110 anymore, because this is 1. This is beat number 2. We're going to say 2-te, because it's the second beat. Does that make sense? Let's count this rhythm then. Here we go. Ready? Feet flat, back straight, hiney on the hump. There we go. Ready? Down, up, ready, and go. 1, 2-te. Is that hard? No, it's a piece of cake. What if I did this? Now how many beats are there? 3. So now the top number needs to be a 3. So this is counted 1. This is counted 2-te. This is counted
3
3-ta-te, because it's on what beat?
Third.
The third beat.
I was wondering what happened to the
3-ta-te-ta. So let's count this rhythm. Ready? Down, up, ready, and count. 1, 2-te, 3-ta-te-ta. Let's keep going. Now, how many beats are there now?
4.
4. So now the top number is a what? A 4. This is counted 1. This is counted 2-te. This is 3-ta-te-ta. This is
4 on.
But we're not going to go 4 on. How about 4? Keep the 4 in there. 4. So let's count our new rhythm. So how many beats altogether? 4. Here we go. Down, up, ready, and go. 1, 2-te, 3-ta-te-ta, 4. Can you count for me the third beat? Down, up, third beat, count. 3-ta-te-ta. So you see how that made it easier, didn't it? Now I can say, hey, go to the third beat, go to the fourth beat, and you could quickly go to the fourth beat. But this doesn't solve our problem, because now the composer, I promise, did not write that 30-minute piece with this time signature.
He didn't write all the way to a million.
He didn't write that for the top number and do that, because then we still have the same problem. You could say, like, hey guys, at the end of the piece, you're not going 1,237,565. You're not doing that for the pulse, okay? It doesn't work, does it? So we had to come up with a better system. And this is the system they came up with. So I'm going to erase this for a second here. And we have what we call is this. There's a big slash here. This is called a bar line. A bar line.
It separates the beats.
Now, how many of you have seen the original Nintendo system?
I
Like
have
the
it.
original Nintendo box before. on the front of the box are two buttons. One is the power button. Does anyone know what the second button is? Yes, sir.
Reset or restart.
A reset or restart button. So you've got to think of the bar line as a reset button, all right, for the counts. Okay? So it's a reset button for counts. So we start, erase this number for a second. So this is 1, 2, tay, reset. Guess what this one now is? 1, ta, tay, ta. 2 instead of tor, 2. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It just resets your counts. It starts over again. So 1, 2, tay, 1, ta, tay, ta, 2. Now, this whole thing and this whole thing are now called measures. Okay, have you ever heard that before?
Yes.
Okay, why measures, Mr. King? Don't know. I think it's because it's a measure of time. It measures a unit of time. That's my guess. I could be wrong. So let's finish our definition. The top number now tells us how many beats in what? In each measure. So how many beats in this measure?
2.
2. How many beats in this measure?
2.
So the top number is now 2. Even though total there's 4 beats, it now tells us how many beats in each measure. And it resets it again. Now, that makes this top number very manageable. It just might be 2 something. But now I could say, hey, go to measure 500. You might, that's really still far away, but that's not as bad as 5 million or whatever, right? That's much easier to find that measure. Does that make sense? And now, let me ask you this. If I said, hey guys, look at the second measure. Look at the second beat. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Second measure, second beat, and you know what to look for. Does that help out a little bit?
Yes.
Let's try and count this rhythm out. Here we go. Ready? Down, up, ready, and go. 1, 2, tay. 1, ta, tay, ta, 2. Well, you see how that fits? So now you know the whole time signature. So let's play a new game here.
This game fun.
I like games.
All right.
That's our homework.
I know. Don't worry about it. Okay. So what do you think the top number should be for what we've got right now? Yes, sir.
3.
A 3. I think that's a great top number. Now, let's fill in our beats here. Let's get the subdivisions in. Brock, we'll start with you. What's the first subdivision? What do you want? How do you want to count it? 1, 2, 4. 4, Nevaeh? Charlotte? Keep going down the road.
Fish.
2. Next. Next.
2.
Okay, next.
4.
Okay, next.
2.
Next. 1. Okay. So, what's this area called?
A measure.
A measure. That's measure 1. What's this area called?
Measure 2.
Measure 2. What's this one?
Measure 3.
And then this beat's counted what? 1 ta ta ta. This beat's counted 2. This beat's counted 3. 3. This beat's counted 1 tay. This beat's counted 2. 3 tay. This beat's counted 1 ta tay ta. This is counted 2 tay. And we end with a 3. Think we can count a rhythm? Okay. So, what is this called again?
No, I want the bar line. No, I get that stuff, but I'm measure.
The measure? Okay. This is what this whole area is called. These 3 beats together is one measure. This 3 beats, when you get the next 3 beats, it's a new measure. You have to have a new bar line. This is another measure. Okay? That's just what this little area is called. This is measure 1, 2, 3. It's just the area we're in now. We're 3 beats. Okay? Does that help out? Yes, sir.
Doesn't it repeat? Because it says 14, 2, 2, 14.
That's us. So here we go. Let's count your rhythm now. So feet flat, back straight, honey on the hump. Here we go. Ready? And down, up, here we go. 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta 3. 1 ta 2 3 ta. 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta 3. Let's try it again. Ready? And so now you just got to know each measure has how many beats? 3, and each new beat gets the new number. That's all I got to do.
Somebody say curse word.
Yep.
Yep. Here we go. Ready? Down, up, ready, and go. 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta 3. 1 ta 2 3 ta. 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta 3. So that's a challenge right now. That's okay. Now, Isaiah, pick the game. 8. So we must play a game of 8. So 3 8. We replace all the ones with what note now?
8.
An 8th note. How many? 1. What's the next number down that's most important, Najaan?
16.
And how many the 16th replace what subdivision? 2s. And how many notes you need? 4?
I meant 2.
2 for each one. Yeah. No. But technically there are 4 of them. Yes, I understand that. Next number down, Nevaeh, is what? 32, 32nd notes. It replaces the subdivisions of 4. So 4 32nd notes. Kind of crammed in there.
Oh, that's true.
Does that look like music now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's starting to look more and more like music every day, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's count our rhythm one more time. Here we go. Ready? How many measures altogether?
3.
3. 3 measures. Here we go. Down, up, ready, and go. 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta 3. 1 ta 2 3 ta. 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta 3. Now, I guarantee right now, guys, if you were to take the knowledge you have right now and tell somebody, hey, I got an idea, let's count something in 3/8 time. That beginner band class at the other school is going to be like, what? They're going to choke and be like, I don't know what you want. That's hard. Oh, you said a bad word. What? They'll be all confused, okay? But, be honest, Isaiah. It's a challenge, but is it really hard? No, you just got to use your head and be focused. But you guys know tons of information now, all right? That 2 days ago, or a week ago from today, you were just starting on this stuff. Look at what you're counting, guys. This is really cool. You are doing really, really good. Someone today asked, can I take a picture to show my dad? I want to take a picture to show my parents while I'm counting in band class. It's like, sure, you can take a picture of them. So it's not hurt my picture at all. Okay. Now, sure, you can take a picture of it too. Okay. What? You're more than welcome to take pictures of it, guys.
I'll take a
Go home and say, Mom, Dad, look what we're doing. I can count this. And hopefully, if you're going to tell them you can count, make sure you can count it for them.
I'm gonna say, here, count this. My dad's gonna be like,
What?
it's been 15 years since I was a baby.
But you guys are doing really, really good. Excellent work.
I'm gonna take
Exactly.
And if you want the complete note, sure you can take a picture of that too.
I'm gonna take a blind photo.
A mind photo. All right. For today, guys, don't worry.
My homework, you said I could.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow. I promise. I promise. Guys, don't worry about homework today. We're going to give you a break on the homework today. All right.
So it took up all of your time, right, Ian? It took up all of your time.
Can I erase this? Are we done taking the snapshots? Can it go away? We're good? It can go away? No one wants to take it?
I just kind of.
You want to count it again?
Yeah, count again.
Okay, guys, feet flat, back straight, honey on the hook. Want to count it one more time. So, count it nice and loud. Here we go. Last time to count it. Ready? Down, up, ready, and go. 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta 3. 1 ta 2 3 ta. 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta 3. All right. Put your boards away. We'll see you tomorrow.
I gotta go.
You erase all those 64 notes.
Are you recording today?
Yes.